Hey guys, welcome back. Long time no see. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video we're going to be doing a full glam tutorial as I talk about things that 2025 taught me. I hope that you can get something from it, makeup wise or just information wise. Okay, let's get into the video. So I already started with my eyebrows just to get that out of the way. We're gonna start with color corrector. Okay, so the first thing that I learned, being honest with yourself makes life a whole lot easier. If you are honest with yourself in everything that you do, I think it makes you not hate yourself. Example, I always had this thing where I'm like, I don't like conflict, which I don't, but I noticed that the way I do that is by people please. It's like a movie that I want to watch, my friends want to watch a different movie, I'm just gonna like stick to the movie they pick. We all, you know, want to do something that not everybody agrees with, so it's gonna end in a fight, right? Which is just uncomfortable for me. But if you do that all the time, you're going to end up resenting yourself, and especially those people are going to be used to the way that you are, always just going with what everybody else is doing. And one day if you do decide to like break the cycle, they're gonna be like so confused as to why you're deciding to do that, and you're gonna be mad at the fact that they're confused. And if you guys are really meant to be in each other's life, it's gonna work out. Just be honest with yourself, you know, even with making friends, even in relationships. Like if you are doing something because your partner wants to do it and you truly don't, I'm not saying don't compromise for the people you love, but like how many times are you both compromising? Like, is it just a one-sided thing where you're the one who's always doing the compromising? Because if that's the case, somebody's gonna get tired, and it's most likely the person that's doing the compromise. I just color corrected and put powder on top so that the color corrector doesn't move. When I, instead of brushing it off, I'm just gonna tap it in my skin. I put some setting spray on there, and I did the same thing. I also forgot to mention that the key a really good full glam or flawless glam or whatever is to make sure that you start with your skin prep. I didn't show you what I did to my skin, but just make sure that you're moisturized, you wash your face, and your skin is prepped. And then I move on to foundation. But yeah, basically the whole point is just like make sure you're honest with yourself in this world, because there's a lot of things in life. The least you could do for yourself is to be honest with yourself. As much as there's like a lot of negative in the world, there's just as much as good. There's just as much as good. You know, around COVID, how like that was like the worst time of most people's experience. Obviously COVID was never great. Some people really enjoyed that time. Most people lost their jobs, most people lost their apartments, some people had to go like stay home, some people lost family. But there are people that had an amazing time. There are people that made a lot of money. That was like the most money that they'd ever made. There are people that didn't lose their family. Obviously, that's not a choice. Your perspective can never do anything about that. I hope you're getting what I'm putting down. But yeah, so I'm currently listening to this book, The Psychology of Money, and there was this chapter where everybody, when they're investing, everybody lost, well, not everybody, some people lost a lot of money, and there was a family that was like the most they made. So sometimes obviously it's not a choice. You can't really control like certain things like debt. I think the world is already full of so many things that could be negative and could be like just put you into depression. So I feel like it's up to us to try our best to look on the bright side, because what are you to do? Like just be sad or like depressed for like how long? You're gonna die. You know, this is the only life that you're really sure of. This is the only thing that you're really sure that is real. So why not try and make this experience great? I'm a very optimistic person, so I've been known this, but like there's times where I get in my feelings, and there's times when things I can change happen, and then I just have to keep reminding myself like I really gotta like make my own fairy tale, because not even your family is gonna save you. Like if you're lucky and that's the case for you, boo, I wish I was you, but nobody is gonna make your life the way you want it to be. This palette that I got for Christmas for my girl. I haven't gotten a palette in like forever, so that's why I'm so gassed. This is like one of the main important parts of your eyeshadow. Like you actually have to study the things that you want to do. If you want to be like a person that saves money, you can't just like, nobody taught me how to save money, but nobody taught you how to get freaky either. You kind of just learned, right? You went on the hub, you searched, you looked at how people do it, you watched movies, you see how people do it, you Google, you learn, right? And then you go experience it, and you also learn from like that it's not the same, there's a difference, there's also acting, you know what I mean? So for saving money, you go on the internet, you like look at books, you go on YouTube, and then you start writing things down and you plan things. You have to like actually train and like practice, study that. Like you want to be the type of person to wake up early in the morning to go work out. That's not me. I will work out whenever I wake up. I'm going in with a light brown and my crease. So yeah, you have to like continuously like practice that. You practice it and you study it, you do it, you fail, you realize, oh my god, I can't wake up at this time. Okay, I can't wake up at 5 a.m. Let me try 5:30 a.m. Okay, I can't wake up at 5:30. Let me try 7. You know, you see like what works for you, you try and you fail. And also failing is so much better than not doing anything at all. You did it and you realize, okay, that specific way isn't gonna work for you, so you're gonna try another way and see if that way can work for you. I'm gonna go in with a darker, this is full glam, ladies and gents. Kind of need to focus on here. So you see how I'm creating that nice little ombre situation? That's what we like. That's what we're here for. So I feel like it's a bit lighter, so I'm gonna go in with another darker shade. Yeah. What do we think? Little cut crease. I hope that wasn't on my lip. Finished doing the eyes. I think that's the most dramatic part. What you do in private shows up, like, it shows up in the real world. It shows up how you are with your friends, how you are at work. No matter like how good you are at concealing it, like it shows. You know those people that are so judgmental? They think everybody is judgmental. Even though, you know, you think you're concealing it very well and you're being very discreet about certain things, it's like it shows in your mannerism. It shows in your aura. Energy is a real thing. So another thing is we have a lot of access. A lot of people that have opinions and thoughts about certain things. So before you compare yourself to people and you take advice from people, even me, look at that person, right? Are you impressed by those people? Do they have things that you wish to attain in life? Do they have mannerism that you want to have? Especially with people that you're close to, that's the people that you can really see. They're somebody that you really want to listen. Look at them and be like, not an asshole, but like, is it just something that I'm told to do, or is it something that I really truly want for myself? Let's say you have a friend that has like, I don't know, 4 kids, and you and your friend are the same age. Let's say you're both 23, right? And they're giving you this advice. Yes, you might not be impressed by their lifestyle and be like, girl, I'm not gonna listen to you. Could also, so you don't end up like her. You know what I mean? Ooh, that sounds scary. Even at 40, bitch. Yo, you must be rich to have that many kids. You see, it's showing up. See, the way you're in private shows up. The remarks you make show up. I don't hate children. We can just let's move on. All of the relationships that are important to you should be beneficial somehow. The relationships that you value or you give time to should be beneficial, and that doesn't mean anything tangible. If that's the case, that's the case, but that's not what I mean. I just mean like you're having a bad day, let's say, right? That, like you get a call, let's say, from your friend, and then you do pick up. You should not feel drained from that call. It should be like they caught like, oh, my girl is like going through it. They should make you feel better. I mean, they don't have to, but just by being themselves. Hence why you have to be honest with yourself so you can be people that you like. and enjoy their company, so that when you're hanging out with them and maybe you're not in a good mood, they just make you feel better because they're just so great. You're in a relationship with a boy or a girl, whatever, whoever you like. If you are in a relationship with them or you guys are having like your little shindigs, you should benefit from that. You should enjoy their company if that is the case. Or if you're not enjoying their company, you know, should be a benefit. Like if they are not fun to be around, if you're like, bro, I can't, like this nigga is not the vibe. If you guys are doing the do, you should be orgasming. Or if you're not orgasming and maybe whatever, you should be enjoying the do. And if that's not what the vibe is, you should be like getting something, girl or boy. There should always be something for you to benefit in every relationship. Imagine now you're not having fun. Like why are you here? Why am I here? What are we doing? Like, moving on to my next point, wanted to touch on kindness. I don't know, like I think it just shows also on how you look. I can always tell when someone is kind, not even just like because you're acting kind or you're being kind, but also your energy kind of just looks like kindness. But yeah, be kind, man, because if you're not kind, like karma is real, you know, so it's just better to be kind. You feel better about yourself, not people pleasing. That doesn't mean like you're letting people step all over you. You're just a bit more understanding and a bit more kinder. If it doesn't bother you as much, if you could help, you do it. Sure, we're gonna bake. Only baking I know. Okay, spending time in the mirror, doing your hair, doing your makeup, doing your skincare, you know, figuring out an outfit is a form of self-care. It makes you think and believe that you're important enough to make time for those things. I mean, obviously, it's always nice to be perceived as a clean or, you know, stylish, whatever the case may be, type of vibe. But it's also very good for you to think that about yourself. First of all, the world likes good-looking people. You're gonna get treated a whole lot better, you know? You're gonna get like people opening the door if they see you struggling, compared to where if you're just in sweats or in a bonnet, whatever, not so likely. If that means putting a little bit of effort into your looks, it feeds the soul, at least from me. You feel good about yourself. You feel like you're worth the time. You know those people that be like, oh my god, I couldn't, how do you always look put together? I couldn't, because I took time to wake up a little bit early to put effort into my look. It's not my fault that you couldn't do it, because you don't care. You think that you're enough the way you are. I just think I want to look nicer. Make time, because you think you're important, you value yourself. So I think that's a very good thing, a very good habit to have. How are we feeling, ladies? We're almost done. Can you see my confidence even just coming? Like as I bake, I'm going to use my bronzer, Mocha Mummy from Fenty, and then this blush from MAC. It's kind of old and musty, but it's called Burnt Pepper. And this is where I then use a heavy hand on my forehead. I'm gonna put some mascara on my under eyelashes to give me a little bit of depth. I'm gonna go in with this lip liner from Rimmel London in the number 790. This is kind of a dupe to Chestnut from MAC. It's a lip gloss. It says Sona on there. Diamond Balm. It's in the shade How Many Carats. I love this. I usually like to put it over here. You can barely see it, but it's there, okay? And she does magic. Okay, so now we're just waiting for the setting spray to dry. But I had one last one, which was be empathetic enough to understand a certain situation, but have the boundaries to walk away or create more boundaries. Sometimes people do certain things, and then because you know that, oh, like you're this way because of this thing, and you feel for them, and then you're tolerated because it's like, I get it, I get why you always beating me because your mom used to beat you up. Bro, I have a red eye. I have internal bleeding. Like, just understand sympathize, then create boundaries, because if you don't, you're gonna pay for the consequences. I think we're dry now, right? Okay, I've come to the end of the video. I really do hope that you guys enjoyed my little chit chat, get ready with me while I talk about the things that I've learned from 2025. I hope you got something helpful from this video. If not anything, at least entertainment. And this is the final look. I'm gonna give you guys a montage, don't worry.